we're gonna be playing the best course in all of Florida, at least according to UDisc. This is Tom Brown Park. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Here at Tom Brown, we're gonna be playing the MPO long tees today and gonna attack all 24 holes. And no one's out here. It's a pretty nice day, maybe low 60s, slight breeze, pretty calm conditions though. So we're gonna see how well I can shoot. I would say with just doing forehands, I may do a few backhands. But we're gonna set the mark for 2 under today to score. So starting out hole 1, way downhill, it's about 355 feet. Let's see if we can get the birdie.
All right, 355 feet downhill. OP's pretty tight on this. You don't wanna go long and you don't wanna go too far right. Using my trespass here, and I put it basically circle's edge, cash the putt, and starting out with the birdie. That one feels pretty good. This is definitely one you want to get, being that it's downhill and a pretty simple hyzer. Off to hole 2, it's a par 3, 335. Kind of tricky. I'm going with my escape here. Unfortunately, I just kind of burned it over a little bit too much. Not terrible distance though. Leaves me with like a circle 2 edge look. I try to give this like a half bid, but really I just want to leave it close. Just make sure I get an easy par there and remain under par. So there we have it, 1 under through 2 holes. Hole 3, 245 feet. Going with my glow cookie here. The hole is like in the woods, straight ahead. It's kind of like a really small gap you have to hit. So I'm just trying to thread the needle and get it in there. It's definitely a tricky place to get to. You can kind of see the basket up there to the left now. I have to straddle out. This is a really almost impossible putt, so I just want to get it close again. And I really don't want to take any bogeys on this course, so I'm just trying to get pars where I can. Hole 4. This is actually the wrong tee pad. I ended up playing the MPO 40 tee pad, which is 360 feet. But I didn't know that there was a longer tee pad. But I used my trespass and absolutely blister that one. Gets me, I think, just inside the circle right there, and just a little bit left on that one, unfortunately. Just kind of chained out left. Second attempt for fun, same exact thing. Yeah, it kind of sucks to get a par after such a good drive. Moving on to hole 5. This one's really tricky. 415 feet, way downhill. Really tight tunnel. I'm using my Grace. Now, I should have used a different disc because this one is actually pretty dang stable. However, I do get some pretty good distance on it, and I literally just used the Grace again to skip it up, and it kind of just curls up near the basket there. Very, very tricky par 3. It's kind of long, but happy with a par there. Hole 6 is really hard. It's uphill, and then it goes way to the right at the end. Using my trespass again. I kind of leaned on the trespass all day today. This one just clips some cabbage and loses a lot of distance there. Second shot, this is like one of the hardest gaps to hit. I just burned this one really low and hit the tree there, so not much distance there. Now I actually have a good gap to hit here, so I'm going with my destroyer and just swing it wide left and let it skip. But unfortunately, I'm kind of obstructed by this tree now, and then you'll be able to see the basket up there on the left. All those gravel rocks in front of me, that ditch under the bridge, that's all out of bounds. So I kind of just pitch up and take my medicine. Unfortunately, that's going to be my first bogey of the round, bringing us back to even par. Hole 7, severely downhill, then severely uphill. Using my trespass again, and I absolutely smoke this one. I UDisc this one, and this was, I think, 450 feet. And that was my farthest forehand drive ever, but yes, it was downhill. Second shot, using my escape. Definitely want to use an understable disc while you're going uphill. 1 under, 3 2 holes. Hole 8, 245 feet, way downhill. Using my trespass again, and I absolutely smoke this one. I UDisc this one, and this was, I think, 450 feet. And that was my farthest forehand drive ever, but yes, it was downhill. Second shot, using my escape. Definitely want to use an understable disc while you're going uphill. Now the basket is tucked in there to the left, so I do have to go backhand here. The forehand's just not going to be able to do that shot shape. So I kind of get myself on the edge of the woods here, looking at my birdie putt, and just kind of an ugly spit out. So leaving me with a par there. Hole 8, par 4, 530 feet. Really tight tunnel you have to hit. After that, though, it does open up. There is a little creek down there that you want to clear. I kind of turn it over and barely clear the creek. Second shot, I should have gone backhand here, just kind of a lazy shot there. Third shot now, as you can see, I'm trying to get across the ditch to the basket up there, and I just get an ugly kick from the tree there, kicking me back. But I am safe. I'm basically right where the drop zone is on this hole, so thankfully I didn't go in the ditch. I'm trying to give this one a run, being that it's uphill, and trying to save par here. Just swinging a little bit too far right. Second attempt, also not good. So fortunately that's another bogey. So that one kind of hurts. I should not have bogeyed that hole, but it is a pretty tough hole. Hole 9, trying to redeem myself here. Par 3, 295. Straight shot, and then you want to fade right at the end, so I'm going with my glow cookie. This one just holds straight for a while. And perfect shot shape. I do get caught up by some roots at the end, otherwise I would have skipped closer. Kind of an awkward putt here, but I'm able to cash in for the birdie, get back to even par. Hole 10, 375 feet. Now this is actually one of my best shots of the day. I get this beautiful S-curve on this, just weaving in and out of the trees. That was just, I couldn't have asked for a better shot. Now this one, just a little hyzer putt around the tree, and I'm able to cash that one for the birdie. That was like one of my best putts of the day. Under par again. Hole 11, 415 feet. Once again, going with the trespass here. I've just been leaning on this disc all day long. I feel like I get more distance from the trespass than I do my destroyer. I'm still kind of short though on this one, being that it's 415 feet. I probably drove it 360 or 370. So little approach shot with the Sake Bomb Slammer, and I ding the pole. Stress-free par there, happy with that. Hole 12 now, par 4, 690 feet. This one is definitely a hard par 4. I kind of burned this one over a little bit. This is a really tough shot now. The basket is way up there, to the right of like all the building up there. I'm trying to go with a forehand flick roller here with the strike, and I should have aimed farther right. I just kind of burned it over, and it just turned too far left. Now I'm really pitched off. The basket is behind this to the left, and so I have to go this flex Anheuser shot with my berry. Honestly, pretty happy with the result. Outside of the circle, though. That was for my par, and I'm not able to cash it in, unfortunately. Or that other dumb shot. So that's a bogey there. Hole 13. Par 5, thankfully. About 900 feet. Trespass again off the tee here. And decent distance. Would have liked more distance, though. Now I'm kind of forced to go with the backhand here, so I use my strike. My backhand speed isn't that great right now, but I'm able to at least get the strike to go straight for a while. Little upshot here, and definitely an easy birdie to get. Par 5, 900 feet. I will take that all day long. At this point in the round, it's starting to get a little bit rainy, as you can see. So things are getting wet. I'm kind of having to use my chalk bag more now. This is kind of a tough par 3. Use the trespass again, and now it turned flippy on me. Apparently there was a little headwind that I didn't realize or pay attention to. So now we've got probably a 80 to 100 foot upshot. I'm using my harpoon here. Very sticky plastic, so it's just gonna sit where it lands. I tried to run it, but just not a great run. Able to get the par though. So we're still under par, through 14 holes. Hole 15, there's a Mando up there forcing us to the right. This is super tricky for a forehand shot. I use my strike again, and it just flips a little bit too much. If it flexed out, it would have been perfect and got me more distance. Unfortunately, I kind of end up by this FPO, shorter tee pad. Use my boss here, get a decent skip. I would say this one's probably the toughest par 3. You just have to have like a perfect tee shot. Pretty much impossible to birdie unless you just, it's just literally so hard. So I bogey that one. Hole 16, 345. There's a Mando forcing me to the left side, so I'm forced to go backhand again with my strike. I didn't flip up enough, so I'm kind of off to the left in the woods here. Unfortunately, my camera battery is starting to dwindle at this point, and so it dies right here before the shot, but I hit the tree and don't go that far. So now this is for par, so I just kind of pitch up, trying to kind of make it, but I just lay near the basket, get a bogey. Hole 17, par 3, 385 feet. Going with my trespass again. Out of my hand, this looked awful. I couldn't see it, but somehow it must have flexed out, and I walked up here, was looking everywhere, and I was shocked to see that I was somehow near the basket, like parked. So that was a pleasant surprise. Cashed that one for birdie. Camera dies again. So I'm not able to film all the shots on this hole, but it's a super hard par 4, 800 feet. These are only 2 shots that I filmed, but I end up taking a bogey on the hole, unfortunately, and I'm 3 off what my goal was. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.